Good afternoon and welcome to Arthur Brown Photography. Today I'm going to talk about Black Friday and also further rationalisation of my equipment. Those of you who have been watching my vlog will know that I've recently sold a large collection of Canon equipment, so 3 bodies and about 19 lenses, to try and reduce the amount of equipment that I had to deal with. So I then went on and bought Sony FX3 and a few lenses to replace that. But alongside that I still had my micro 4/3 equipment, so I had the Panasonic Lumix GH5 and 4 lenses to go with that. So when I started looking at my equipment again, I thought, well, do I really need to duplicate, having two separate camera systems? So I came to the decision I'd sell the GH5 and the lenses and put that money towards buying another Sony body. So I had one of Sony that was a video specialist camera, which is the FX3, which I'm filming this on, and then I would have one that would be a still camera specialist. I mean, both cameras are hybrids, they'll both do video and stills, but I wanted one that was perhaps more dedicated to still photography. So I sold my collection of lenses to MPB, but I thought I'd get more for the GH5 by selling it with the cinema rig, because I've got it fully rigged out with a small rig cage, top handle. So it was I wanted to sell that as a unit. So I kept one of the lenses, I think what was probably sold as the kit lens when the GH5 first came out. It was the 14 to 42 f3.5 to f4.5 zoom. So I'm selling that as a cinema rig at the moment. So I've actually sold the lenses, and the GH5 is up for sale on eBay at the moment, but as a cinema rig. So then I decided I'd look round for a Sony body. So started to look. I thought, well, the A7 III looks nice, and they seem to be at a reasonable price now. They've been out since 2016, is it? 18, something like that. So they're not a new camera, but they're quite capable. So I started to look at the Black Friday sales, and there didn't seem to be any great bargains until I came across one company, Clifton Cameras, who I've got no connection with. Clifton Cameras they're in Gloucestershire, Dursley, had a very good offer on Black Friday offer on a Sony A7 IV. They only had 5 left at that price at the time, but they were offering £100 off their usual discounted price, plus 10% off, and at the same time Sony doing a £300 cashback. That seemed pretty good value, and they were also offering a free camera backpack. So I decided to go for that, actually, because I managed to end up buying an A7 IV for what I thought I was going to have to pay for an A7 III. So yeah, that's arrived now, and I must admit it's spectacular. I'm very pleased with it. Obviously I've got to wait. I think it's a 30-day wait before I can claim my £300 back from Sony, but I've got all the paperwork ready to put that in 30 days time. But now that gives me leaves me with a smaller and perhaps more manageable range of kit, and only having one system as well. So now I've got the two Sony bodies. I've got the Sony 24 to 105 f4, which I'm filming this on at the moment on the FX3. I've got Sony 20mm f1.8, which gives me a slightly wider angle and slightly faster. aperture. I've got what was sold as the kit lens originally on the A7 IIIs, which is the 28 to 70 f3 to f5.6. Okay, it's probably duplicating a bit what I've got, but it's a very handy lightweight lens, for running gun stuff. Then I also bought the Samyang 35mm f2.8, which is probably the smallest pancake lens you can buy for the Sony system. And then more recently I bought a Laowa 15mm f2 because I really wanted a fastish super wide. So that's left me with a more compact system. And I must admit I'm very pleased with the A7 IV because it's kind of megapixel wise it's 33, so it's slightly better than the A7 III was, but it's not huge. I mean, one problem I had when I had the Canon system was I had one of my Canons was 51 megapixels, and I always wanted to shoot at the highest resolution and ended up with hundreds of huge files taking up hard drive space. So. But I just thought I'd keep you up to date on my gas gear acquisition syndrome, and hopefully by this rationalisation I've ended up with less gear. I mean, I probably still would like a Sony mount longer telephoto in the long run. But the great advantage of the mirrorless systems is that you can put other companies' lenses on them quite easily. So I've got a Canon FD to Sony adapter now, so I can use my my Canon 50mm FD 50mm 1.8, and I've also got a Canon FD 300mm f4, which I can use if I want to do any long distance photography of birds or wildlife or anything, and also a Hoya Canon FD 135 f2.8. So that's giving me a good range of stuff without having too much gear. The great thing about the FX3 and the A7 IV is that they're very, very light in weight. At my age, having stuff to hump about is it's becoming more and more of a problem. Anyway, that's I want to come back and do some more videos on the Sony system, particularly using older vintage lenses, because alongside the Canon FD stuff I've got some one or two Tamron adaptable 2 lenses as well, which are going back to the 70s probably, which gives a bit of a vintage perspective on things. So as I say, I'm now totally seduced by Sony, and we'll be going on, hopefully as the weather gets better, to do some outdoor work using the Sony system. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this update, and look out for my next video. Bye for now.